do you think is his, that's excellent. And then I'm going to give you 5 points. Did you hear me? Why do you think he's saying that? That was a great initiative to look that up. I'll put it on your quiz. Okay. Let's get back to that. The blue demonstration. Okay, so they're northern troops. What are they demonstrating?
Their power and authority and
Okay,
kind of thing.
that's one form of demonstration. Very good. What's another form of demonstration?
Would it be that they're able to survive without the slaves, since they're in the north and they're fighting against slavery?
Yeah, that's the other form of demonstration. That we have the right in the First Amendment to peaceably assemble in demonstration to our government. And yeah, basically what he's saying is, hey, all we are is just a peaceable assembly of people. We haven't engaged in any battle yet. We're just demonstrating that we don't agree with slavery. Because they have not engaged in battle. I'm sure it'll be interesting to see what he does with this line as we get deeper into this story. Because obviously he's going to end up in combat, right? I mean, have you figured that out? So what's he say about running and moving along as a regiment?
You can escape.
He can't escape. Why can't he escape? Excuse me.
They're all advancing.
They're all
Surrounded.
advancing, and how does he feel?
Feels like he gets turned around, he's gonna get trampled.
If he falls, he'll get trampled. What else?
Feels like he was in a box.
He's in a box. He's boxed in. Have you ever heard that phrase? I'm boxed in. You ever been on the highway and you can't, you got a car in front of you, a car behind you, and a car on your left, and you can't move over, and you want to get out, and you're boxed in? That's a bad feeling. Now, some people are okay with that. I'm not. I have a lot of really strange phobias because I've been in combat. I hate being boxed in. I absolutely hate it. It's the worst thing that can happen to me. I have to be able to get away. It's interesting. When we go to a restaurant, I will not sit. If it's one of those half-circled tables, you find me on one of the ends. People will get up and people will come and I'll stand up and say, no, I'll sit there. You can slide over. No, that's okay. You can slide in there. Because if something goes wrong, I want to get out. Can't handle people behind me. If somebody's walking behind me, I can't handle that. It's just, and yes, we'll see these sort of maladies surfacing in this man's life, and he has a pathological adaptation to living, and it's out of necessity. It's for survival. So it'll be interesting to see what he does with this phrase, the blue demonstration. My guess is he's going to drop it, right? But what will he trade it for? Seems to be an important phrase, because how many times have we had it thus far? You guys are really engaged today, by the way. Tired? Tired? Got a cold? You look so crestfallen. Tired? Tired?
No, I lost it.
Tired? So, we pretty much got a tired group and one sick one.
And Riley.
And what?
And Riley.
Riley, are you tired, dude? Because everybody else is apparently. Yeah,
Probably.
we
He's
probably.
probably sleeping.
He's probably sleepy.
Yeah.
He doesn't go to school.
He's probably not. He doesn't have to get up to go to school. We need a snow day, I believe, because everybody's tired. So do you suppose we're going to come back from Christmas break excited and ready to go to work and hit the books and work
No.
hard?
No,
No.
what planet are you from?
What planet am I from?
We're seniors, the excitement's gone.
Well, let me remind you.
Technically, it was never there.
Let me remind you of something. You definitely have to pass this class in order to graduate. Remember that.
Yeah, I'm
okay?
passing it. I'm good.
You're good?
I'm trying to launch
Me
it.
too.
Yeah. You and Dossie Goff, huh? Dossie's golden with a 70. He's good to go.
70.
No, you don't.
I have a 71.
And a hat.
Okay, guys, do you remember how we started out at the Old Man and the Sea and it seemed slow and we were building and all that stuff? Well, that's called exposition. The author wants to get us into the mood of the story, but he's got a lot of background to give us. And basically what we have is we have an unproven soldier in a group of unproven soldiers, but there's something very unique about this group. What is that?
Does it have to do with the question?
Does it have to do with what?
The question?
What, the question? No. Good thought,
What's unique about them?
though. Yeah.
They're all young.
They're all young.
New to it.
The what?
New to it.
They're all new to it, I said that, but yes. But none of them are proven warriors. They grew up together. Henry knows all these kids that he's there in the regiment with. So, and he has seen them, but you know what? Here's a proven fact. I guarantee you that in battle, you never know what somebody's going to do. It is amazing. The people I've told you this before, the people you think who are going to do an amazing job, don't. And the people you least suspect, do. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Some of the biggest guys in our battalion were actually not very courageous, just to put it mildly. I don't know why. Seemed like they would be the perfect guys to fight. Okay, keep reading, girl. One gray dawn.
One gray dawn, however, he was kicked in the leg by the tall soldier, and then, before he was entirely awake, he found himself running down a wood road in the midst of men who were panting from the first effects of speed. His canteen banged rhythmically upon his thigh, and his haversack bobbed softly. His musket bounced a trifle from
You know that word?
No, I don't.
Don't get disgusted with me. Girl. Trifle. Good word.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar, yes. Okay. His musket bounced a trifle.
From his shoulder, and at each stride, and made his cap feel uncertain upon his head. He could hear the men whisper jerky sentences. Say, what's all this about? What the thunder do we skedaddle in this way for? Billy, keep off my feet. You run like a cow.
That's a piece of comic relief.
And the loud soldier's shrill voice could be heard. What the devil they in such a hurry for? The youth thought the damp fog of early morning moved from the rush of a great body of troops. From the distance came a sudden spatter of firing. He was bewildered. As he ran with his comrades, he strenuously tried to think, but all he knew was that if he fell down, those coming behind would tread upon him. All his faculties seemed to be needed to guide him over and past obstructions. He felt carried along by a mob. The sun spread disclosing rays, and, one by one, regiments burst into view like armed men just born of the earth. The youth perceived that the time had come. He was about to be measured. For a moment he felt in the face of his great trial like a babe, and the flesh over his heart seemed very thin. He seized time to look about him calculatingly. But he instantly saw that it would be impossible for him to escape from the regiment. It enclosed him, and there were iron laws of tradition and the law on four sides. He was in a moving box. As he perceived this fact, it occurred to him that he had never wished to come to the war. He had not enlisted of his free will. He had been dragged by the merciless government, and now they were taking him out to be slaughtered.
That last paragraph we just read, true or false?
False.
Yeah. I recall, the boy enlisted on his own, right? How about calculatingly? What's that word mean?
He was trying to do the math to see if he could get out.
Yeah, calculating. Yeah, very good. Okay, guys. 1 minute. See you tomorrow. Yeah, turn it on. Bye, bye. Thank you, Amber. You did a great